talk about black tax, all right? And
Okay.
so let's start from here for some of our listeners who don't know black tax,
Okay.
and are interacting with it for the first time.
Right.
So black tax is essentially financial help or aid that is advanced to members of your family or people who are close to you in your society, all right? And these people, in normal sense, are below you in financial terms,
Okay.
all right? And they're in need. So
Okay.
to put it into context, so let's say you've, for example, the typical cases, you've gone to campus, you've gotten a good job, now you're employed, and you have your brother or sister,
yes.
behind you, and they're struggling, your parents are struggling paying school fees, so
Okay.
you come and chip in. You
Okay.
have that uncle
you.
somewhere, you have
Right.
that cousin somewhere, who's always calling, I have this problem and this problem, sort me out. And in most of these cases, it happens in the sense that these people interacted with you in your life journey
Okay.
in one way or the other.
Yeah.
And probably they chipped in one way or the other. All right? And
Either moral or financial
Absolutely.
or
Yeah.
brotherly support.
absolutely. And the
Words
thing
of
is that
encouragement. Yes.
it normally comes out as a conflict between emotions. All right, so there is a balance
or
between
sense.
there is a balance between morality and
Obligation.
ethics, right?
Ethics, yes. Okay.
Yeah, and generally, the acceptance in the society vis-a-vis the rules of personal finance. And let me start from here, Jimmy. So,
And it's not just family; it can be friends. It can be
absolutely, it's
just
such as
people who you think you owe them a
absolutely.
living because
they're in
of
your
their
society,
right?
they're in your close circles.
Right.
You've grown up with them. And now, Jimmy, for me, first of all, there is a lot of abuse when it comes to black tax. In fact, to put it in black and white, it's looting.
Oh,
It's looting, Jimmy.
explain. Looting the benefactor.
People are. So if you are the one who is in a higher financial position,
They're
people
looting
are
you.
essentially looting you. It's looting. And Jimmy, so let me start from here. I strongly feel that there is a lot of abuse when it comes to black tax.
Okay.
And so for me, I don't advocate
Okay.
for unstructured black tax. And we'll get there.
Unstructured black tax.
Yeah. And where
I didn't even know you can structure. Oh no,
It
actually
can
no,
be
you can structure. Yes.
And we'll get there.
Okay.
So Jimmy, there is an analogy that I want to throw at you. All right.
Okay.
So I come from a place where we deal with cows a lot.
Okay.
All right. And if cows are in a pool of mud and the cow is stuck, a cow can't help the other.
True.
So if people are stuck in a pool of mud, in a pool of financial problems,
You can't pull each other out.
you can't. One has to go out, get a rope,
And
throw
pull it.
in, and pull.
Okay. And the analogy of rope represents.
And the analogy of rope here, Jimmy, is the fact that, so it happens that this black tax issue occurs where the generation, so it's a first time generation of someone who's sort of made it, all
Yes,
right? And this is the first person probably who's ever gotten a degree, who's ever gotten a formal job in the whole family.
Ama Mungu alimuonekania.
Absolutely.
Fell into some millions of
Akaomoka.
shillings. Yes. Okay.
And so now the thing is, does this person, immediately they get this money, start
Dishing out.
out and helping out? Will he or she ever get out of the financial turmoil that he or she has been? Absolutely not. And Jimmy, so for me, my biggest problem is here, Jimmy, all right? And you'll help me dissect this. My biggest problem is in the people who claim that they helped you at one point or the other. All right?
Yeah.
So
How can
somebody
you
comes and
quantify?
says that, in fact, huyu nilikuwa nambeba akiwa mdogo. In fact, alikuwa ananikojolea sana, and now hata hizi niandikia mtoto kazi. All right? So Jimmy, if you want, and now cannot even give me 100 shillings to go
Do
drink
my
a beer.
thing. Yeah.
So Jimmy, first of all, my biggest problem with that is the ingenuity. So were you helping this person so that you could get a return? Was it an investment? If it was an investment, si ungeenda Nairobi Stock Exchange ununue shares za Standard Media. Stop disturbing people. It is not an investment. You are helping out of goodwill. And so let it remain so, Jimmy.
But let me ask you. That's an interesting way of putting it. Let me ask you though.
Yeah.
And here, I don't know if I should get biblical because I don't know if that will make sense because that's what ties us down to it.
Please be.
And I don't know if it's tying down. Here's the thing. So God does instruct you to help people who are unable to, not to help themselves. It talks about a certain cadre of people who lazima wasaidie.
Yeah.
You're instructed by God to do so.
Absolutely.
And he singles out people, if you look at the here and now, and you want to come a house help.
Yeah.
Na tu ule boy wako ambaye tu yani unajua huyu ni boost anataka. Nikimpatia boost atainuka, ataomoka.
Yeah.
So such kind of people ambayo you know ukweli wa mambo, they don't even know you.
Yeah.
You've just started interacting, you realize, hey, this guy is struggling through life.
Yes.
And then there's your family. Who and I know you're looking at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Kuna kale tuka kitu tu brother yako hezi umia.
Yeah.
Brother yako hezi anguka. And it doesn't matter what they call you or what they say about you. Lazima wadungika, lazima wasaidie.
At the end of the day, they are your brother.
Yeah, family.
So Jimmy, kwanza.
Oh, no, I've just walked into that one, didn't I?
No. First of all, Jimmy, there are genuine problems. And there are problems where someone is calling you, they want money for luxury. All right?
Okay.
So first we must be able to identify, this from this.
Right.
And the thing, Jimmy, even helping someone, you can always tell. And the thing is, you should base it on there are a number of factors that you should look at on whether this person, huyu ni mtu wa kusaidia kwanza. Kwanza you look at the entitlement that somebody comes with.
Yes.
There is entitlement, Jimmy, where somebody feels that someone says that I sacrificed for this person, now they're earning 100,000, they're only sending me 30,000. 30,000 ni pesa ya kutumia mtu kwa mwezi. Jimmy, the entitlement. And guys are frustrated in this town. Guys are in a trap because you find someone owns a Mercedes Benz or a Range Rover.
Right.
But when it gets to going home, mtu anateremka Machakos bus park, anaingia Eldoret Express. Because
I've never had that. Sorry, I've never heard of that one.
Because when you go back to Shags
with the Rangy,
and someone tells you, "As you big me up some 10K," and you're like, "I'm not in a position to do this at the moment," their interpretation is what?
You're driving the Range Rover.
Umeninyima. That is the first thing.
Umeninyima.
So I'm telling Kenyans, number one, you need to talk to people. Tell your relatives that your money is not their money.